But from the same common dog-like ancestors also evolved the raccoon family. They stayed small and opted for a more frenetic, opportunistic lifestyle. Long-bodied with long tails, early raccoons adapted to a different diet, a different climate, even arid deserts. At night, the modern ringtail comes out. Its foxy body and face betray its dog-like ancestry. The most carnivorous of the raccoons, it has retained sharp dog-like teeth as well. The ringtail descends cliffs and tree trunks head first. It feeds on the desert pack rat and succulent cactus fruits. But to avoid its enemies, it has to feed at night. More than any other carnivore, the kinkajou has moved furthest away from eating meat. Today, it eats little other than fruit, honey, and nectar, which it reaches with its long tongue, often using its prehensile or gripping tail. Hardly a fierce killer, in fact more like a monkey, the kinkajou is still a carnivore, but it's wary of attack, and so also feeds only at night. But other members of the raccoon family were bolder and have really thrived. The insatiable curiosity of the ancestor of today's common raccoon took it far from its original home, on the swampy shores of the islands that bridge the gap between North and South America. Inquisitive by nature and reasonably adept swimmers, they would have hopped from island to island, covering larger distances on floating rafts of vegetation. "5 million years ago, one such journey is thought to have landed a few intrepid raccoon-like animals on the shores of South America. In a land inhabited by the huge thunderbirds and marsupial killers, the successful invading raccoons quickly multiplied into a range of species, including large bear-like creatures. But their success was short-lived, for when the land bridge formed, North American carnivores, including the true bears, raced south. The ancient raccoons were swept away. Coatis are not descended from those original raccoon castaways, but from more recent land migrants. These South American forest dwellers have evolved complex societies, and that's led to them being successful daytime hunters. Friends can babysit or keep watch, while the search is on for eggs or tarantulas. Most members of the raccoon family are thriving today. They played their evolutionary cards well. But what about where we came in, with the pandas? In Papa Bartlett's day, they were an enigma, and today they're still hotly debated. Are they bears or raccoons? And does it matter much either way? In fact, the giant panda is a stunning example of evolution at its most adaptive. They're carnivores that have gone full circle back to eating vegetation. Well, almost full circle. They still betray their carnivorous ancestry by taking the odd bit of meat if it comes their way. Their journey through time has been an unorthodox attempt to keep pace with a changing world. Bears they are, and they possess all the vulnerable characteristics of the other bears we've seen, with few of the advantages. Too slow to hunt, slow to grow, and late to breed, tied to just an incredibly narrow diet. No wonder they're so vulnerable as people destroy the bamboo forests. The red panda, on the other hand, is now thought to be a member of the raccoon family, also a carnivore turned vegetarian. An example of the same tyrannical forces of evolution working on two unrelated species with almost the same end result. The bears, big and fierce, few enemies, but with carnivores it's all checks and balances. Bears have to spend most of their lives either in eating or sleeping. But another carnivore family took a different route. They became smaller, opening up new killing fields, prey that lived underground. Or in water, the ferrets, weasels, and otters. Next week, we tell their story.